Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I just began your reading and I realized I wanted the light of the sun because it's so gorgeous. And the way I was sitting, I was blocking the gorgeous light on the card. So I'm just going to restart here. And I hope you guys are all having a great weekend and you're getting ready to relax into the next holiday season. Where I live, it was just Thanksgiving and November 29th. It's my birthday, so I'm having a really good time. The energy is really great. I have to share the story with you. It's crazy. So I wake up, it's my birthday, and I go on Facebook and I'm thanking everybody for the well wishes. And I get up to go get my coffee and I hear a crow crowing so loud that it's so distracting. I just opened the back door and I was like, hello, Mom, because I definitely believe my mother connects with me through winged creatures all the time. But then this most beautiful thing happened. When I opened the door, a second one flew over that I believe is my father's energy, because I just felt really calm and peaceful. And I've got to say, it really was a switch of energy because I was in high gear when I woke up. I had some clients that wanted some attention, and oh my God, there's green parakeets flying over right now, 2-3 of them. A while ago, if you guys didn't see that video, a pet truck's back doors flew open and all these parakeets escaped years ago, and they formed a colony in the local park. It's really, really cool. So they just flew over. So these crows anyway were cawing so loudly. It was so amazing, and I just felt instantly at peace. So a lot of you guys are going to be hearing these messages. And that's kind of what today's read is about. Anything that comes, I feel like some life-altering messages are going to come for you guys, whether it's a new love and it's just going to transform you, whether it's a new job, a move or something. It's just super transformative energy, because I feel like the shadow and energy work that everybody's been doing is going to change their new experiences. You know, when it clicks, success is just going to spill over into every facet of your life. When one thing clicks and you get that momentum and you feel good, it does carry over. When you feel good and you feel loved, you then do a better job at whatever you're doing and what you're putting out into the world in terms of work, connections with other people, your sociability, all of that. Everything really escalates beautifully. So your relationships, your interactions with others are going to be more satisfying. Your peace of mind is going to be regulated and steady. I know right now everybody's asking, where is it? Why isn't it all here right now? And we have to be reminded that unseen work is always going to sometimes just produce this quantum leap that brings everything into alignment with us. Inner workings are always in progress. But for these breakthroughs, it's really your thought process, right? Expect it, feel good about it, have anticipation in a great way for the future. You wake up and you can really direct yourself. I mean, at any given time, it's so easy to just go down that path of negativity and be like, oh, today is going to be a write-off this because of this, that, and the other. This is where we put our focus on ourselves, our benefits, and our success, not other people. Nobody should knock us off our path or, our silver-lined cloud, because we know it's there, and people will try to act as distractions, disruptions, or whatever, but we have the power at any time to just take that focus back and align with what really matters. I feel that everybody is really coming into contact with it. And it's all the psychology too of, Marissa Peer's teaching and everybody, that we're, when we decide that we're worthy, when we have value, when what we want matters, what we want to focus and achieve matters, not what everybody else is telling us or trying to persuade us to do. And usually it's to their benefit and often to our detriment. That's where we really have to look closely. A lot of, friends don't want us to go out into the stratosphere because they'll feel left behind. True friends will always want us to succeed, because it doesn't matter regardless. They'll always be our friends. Family members, will they spend less time with us, if they get this great offer or whatever, and it requires travel or whatever. It's their wind is kicking up, so I do have a big stick over all of these because I do want you to be able to see the artwork. It's so beautiful, all of that. So just it doesn't derive from them trying to do harm to you. It's just out of fear of losing spending time with you, because they love your company, and that's all that is. So we're going to see what is going on, and we have right now 3 choices. So we have the gather. I thought these were so beautiful outside, and I have this lovely kind of like wheatgrass back here that I love. So we have the gather, we have the rainbow, and we have the earth keeper right here. So I'm going to let you make your choice. I have them kind of like tucked in so they won't blow away. So I'm like, please don't blow away. So I'm going to let you make your choice. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I really do have some amazing, clear, concise thinking. Oh, and also I may post this morning to let you know I'm going live tonight sometime, probably between 6 and 7. I will put a post up on YouTube and on my Instagram if you want to come see me on Instagram. That's a way I can communicate so many messages quickly and clearly, and through DMs, and answer inquiries over there. So I really love that. Again, it's Sparquist11 over on Instagram. And if I post this today, then it will mean that that's in tangent with tonight's going live. But what I do is I take a photo, then I post it up on YouTube and say that, because that's how I know a lot of my favorite readers are going live. Otherwise, I have no clue, and a lot of times I miss it. So I'm going to start to do that for you guys. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. Let me see what is going on. So we're going to choose 3. So we have the Innocence card, which I love, because that means we really appreciate what's on around us. Think of the innocence of children, how wonderful just putting their toes in sand is, how wonderful a sunflower is, how awesome a puppy is, a goldfish, anything, right? Everything around them is magical, wonderful, and it kind of adds richness to their life, because they don't care what other people think or how people perceive them loving this animal, flower, or sand, right? It's just in their heart and in their soul. They know they dig it, that it's awesome. It feels great to put your toes in sand. It's wonderful to smell a flower using your senses. That sort of innocence is going to return, where the ego just falls away and you really don't care what other people think. And I love this. You also have Lady Autumn. This always speaks to being really grounded in nature, but also being elevated in your capacity to use that grounded energy for the good of everybody, to provide your family with whatever they need. It's really good time for collecting your pentacles and your coins and making money as well, because as autumn turns, that's when, the land turns a little more fallow after you get the harvest. So you're planting your seeds. This is also saying that you have a very strong power of suggestion right now. So if you want other people in your family and or at work to kind of get on board with something that you're thinking, the power of suggestion is huge within you right now. And oftentimes it can be really subtle, like saying, I just had this idea. I'm really curious as to whether it would work. It is A, B, and C. So, okay, you planted that seed, right? And you just subtly bring it up in different conversations. And then all of a sudden these people have the time to mull it over and consider it. And then it kind of mingles with their own thought patterns, and then they feel part of it. And all of a sudden they're on board with it. I feel like that's going to happen to you in a really, really nice way. So let's see what else is going on right now. We give these a shuffle. I'm trying not to block the light. Ooh, I love this. You also have a Pegasus moment. And to me, this is kind of like the magical Phoenix moment, where you're just above it all. You're just, you have wings and you're flying it over. So you have this really wonderful perspective and ease of manner about you, because you're not convoluted with other people's schemes, troubles, and or energy. It's like you can really see clearly, like you have an extra gear in your head and high emotional intelligence, why it is people are doing what they're doing. Hurt people want to hurt. Jealous and envious people feel like they're missing out on something. So sometimes it's just about, having a little bit of inclusion and including them in the conversation, things like that, being thoughtful. But you're going to be so cognizant to that. You're just going to be plugged in, and right away you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. I'm not being very inclusive, and or also how we choose our words, because they're very impactful. And sometimes we forget in mixed company, we can be saying something, like I hear a lot of people when they're walking around the mall, they drop the word, oh, that fat guy, or this and that. And it's things that is derogatory if you're in the company of other people that have issues about those things. You know what I mean? Balding, anything about the physicality, because when we're careful of that, then it's like the conversation just flows. And also, this is especially around the holiday time when people are more sensitive, right? People are giving gifts. Like I honestly, and comment down below if you sometimes have this quandary. I want to get somebody a really cool sweater. Yeah, I don't want to insult them if I know, they like larger sizes or whatever. I don't want to go out buying a 3XL and have someone go, what the hell? I didn't realize I was the size of a continent. Excuse me. You know what I mean? But I know, because I have that eye and I know the sizes, because I like big baggy sweaters, those type of quandaries, right? So we do have issues like that, and being sensitive to them. So we can always ask, hey, I see you like things sized a little bit bigger. What size do you take? Things like that. You're going to be able to get ahead of the game and be able to have these conversations and have things structured beautifully so you don't have any snafus. I feel like this is going to be happening in your professional life, in your personal life, as well as in your family life. You're just able to navigate really beautiful. Yay! And your last overall energy is the shooting star energy, which is like the star in tarot, where, you know, this kind of magic and alchemy is all around you, where you're producing top quality work, top quality expression, the way you express yourself, your words. It's like you're a word wizard. You're going to be able to just delve in and have those memories where you need to extract them to, you know, solve a problem, solve a riddle, have a conversation with somebody. I have this every once in a while. It's really weird. I will go back, usually one of my five senses will trigger this. Sometimes smell, when I smell cinnamon, I'll remember really, really finite details of a Christmas because it reminds me of that. Things like that, you're going to have this beautiful alchemy that helps you position yourself for success, for things going well, opportunities. Because I feel like you're going to have a chance to travel, some of you, maybe trade internationally or work on a team, and you're going to have help from others that are going to help you. Real good teamwork, really great opportunities coming your way, and you're going to be able to handle everything beautifully and, you know, kind of compartmentalize what needs it. So you're not going to be overwhelming yourself when you need to focus on one thing. You're going to have that beautiful absolute focus and be able to hone in on anything, so you can always progress to the next level without any anxiety or stress. I just really feel really streamlined thinking is in the offing for you. So beautiful energy, group one. I love that for you. Yeah, I love this more than anything, and I always do that when I get to the beach. I can travel back to that beautiful innocence because I grew up on the shoreline. So when I smell the water and I'm around the sand, I feel all the magic of it, the richness, and I feel like the water is so great on emotions. It's amazing. I might go to the beach today as a little treat for myself. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. And if you need any further assistance, you can just press the little gray arrow and it'll tell you everything that's down there. My Etsy store. Thank you guys for checking out all my stuff and, you know, making purchases. And I love when I get feedback and people are wearing the jewelry. It's so cute. Or if they give it to their daughters, they send pictures. I love and adore that. It's so wonderful. So thank you. Okay, so now we're on to number 2, which is the rainbow. So you have Lady Summer. So you're gonna, this is kind of like the Sun card in tarot, where you're feeling cheerful, you're feeling successful. This is when a lot of engagements take place, a lot of proposals, a lot of ceremonies, and, you know, commitments are taken. This is also when a lot of action and bravery for yourself comes up, where you speak up for yourself. Oh my gosh, look at this, your next card, the bravery. I love that so much. Again, the hero, that's a bravery card. You take on responsibility beautifully. You have tolerance for a lot of stuff going on around you, and you can take care of it systematically, like 1, 2, 3. You're acting on instinct, and it's very smart, and it's on the perfect course for you. Again, you taking action, no doubts. You know, you have these beautiful, enthusiastic impulses that are going to lead you to really great rewards, both financially and romance. I'm feeling with this, because I feel like this hero card too guides us to our soulmate. It's very, it's very extreme kind of star energy, where what we need comes to us whenever we need it, in every kind of format. I just want to close. I don't want my cards to blow everywhere. Yeah, it's like one of those things where you're getting to the places you need to get to. And here's why: you're in the Whispering Hall, which is, you know, angelic guidance and spirit, you know, spirit connections in all different ways. And a lot of you guys were saying too, my biggest ways with my clairaudience is I get constant ringing in my ears. That brings me back down to earth. If I ever get too inundated with information, or I get overwhelmed where I feel like I'm going to get agitated, my ears start to ring, and right away I know that's spirit, my mom, my father saying, you know, relax, calm down. Again, one thing at a time. What's your hurry? It's one of those things where somebody, if they just mention something, all of a sudden you think you have to do it immediately. It's kind of like our ego. We want to prove something. And then I realize, what the hell? I'm like, there's 24 hours in a day. Would you please calm down, right? So this is about decelerating and paying attention to details so you can see those synchronicities. Right away, I feel like you're 11, 11, 3, 3, 3s, and 5, 5, 5s. Those are going to be some of your numbers. Again, you have white and dark birds that are going to show up. And weirdly enough, I'm just seeing moths, butterflies, winged animals all the time, I see, because those are, you know, they're indicators that your spirits are all around you. They're protecting you, they're guiding you, they're helping you. And they're in the whispering hall, that's the message time. Really profound, life-changing messages. And sometimes you'll just have them on an impulse. You'll feel like, wow, I feel really ambitious towards this project. I want to do it. You'll feel like you have assistance mentally, spiritually, physically all around you. You're going to take on this beautiful, authoritative kind of role, and it's going to work beautifully for you. And, I feel like this is improved social standing as well. A kind of your rise to power. And powerful people are going to take interest in you. People that have the potential to change your future with huge financial gain are in the picture with this card. There's just something that you do that makes you stand out of the crowd in a huge way, group 2, really, really beautifully. And again, you're going to achieve goals with all of this. And you have this beautiful, rich, abundant feeling about you. And because of that, it brings more. And when we feel that way, when we feel like we're winning, when we feel like we have more than enough, it's strange how more just comes. It really does. And sometimes it can be like, it's almost like a dam just breaks and then everything falls into line. It's very bizarre. Your tolerance for things, your love, your ambitions are met, your wishes are fulfilled. Financially, you feel good and sound. Emotionally, which is the most important to me, emotionally and spiritually, you feel fulfilled and balanced. I was just trying to think of a good a good example of this, and it was brought to my attention yesterday. There was this young YouTuber, and he's quite an a-hole, and he was pushing this gambling, those weird gift boxes you can win, but you have to gamble to win them and open them. And he was basically, his core audience is 12 to 17 year olds, so he's basically pushing all this stuff on them, and they paid him like $200,000, and he didn't even read in the contract that much to know what he was selling. And then when he did, he really didn't care. Then he had the absolute audacity to say, oh well, to give back, I want to give out all these gift cards. Here's a 20, here's a 10, here's a this and that. And these cards that he gave out were expired, and he had already cashed them in himself. So he is like the lowest of the absolute low. And I thought, that's what it is. It doesn't matter that this kid, he might have made millions off of YouTube, I don't know, but this kid will never be happy, because the only reason that anybody pays attention to him, and he feels they pay attention to him, is because of money. So therefore all the showiness, all the cars, all the whatever, the materialistic things. But when that goes away, when the money goes away, the unfortunate thing is that's you're left with a hollow shell, because that's what you based your success on, just having this paper. You know what I mean? And it made me really sad, because I thought this soulless creature is out there that could care less. And I have sympathy for people that are young, but at that point, you should know right from wrong. You should know stealing is stealing, and finagling young kids and gambling is a serious addiction. I knew even my kids, they love those claw machines. If you think you can get something for hardly anything, you feel like it's a win. It's an addiction. So it was one of those things where I thought, oh my gosh, it's one of those things where in this case, it's like you just feel like you have the fundamental strength, power, and emotional fortitude to push forward and get anything you want in your dreams. And it's going to take place for you. I really see this. You are in the hero's mode. You're in the whispering hall, and you feel abundant, loved, and cared for. And if you don't rate at this moment, it is so on its way. It's like the best is right around the corner for you. So hold on. If you're having a moment of anxiety or a hard time financially or whatever, and you feel like, oh, when it is coming, so feel good. And oftentimes it really is darkest before the dawn, as my favorite girl always says, Florence and the Machine. She's my favorite singer. She's my favorite. Comment down below if you just love her to smithereens. So accept this quest, because you're about to win in a huge way. So love and light to you guys. I'm excited. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below if you want a private read. Go to my Etsy store. Come see me on Instagram. It's SparkCrystal11. I do daily posts and memes, and I run all kinds of contests, and I have some serious contests going on in December for Christmas. Those gold coins I always use for Zodiac, I'm going to be doing those free reads, a bunch of stuff, my jewelry. I'm doing some cool astrological, fun jewelry that I want to gift out there too. But it's really the only place. There's so many comments over here on YouTube that it's much easier when I have people just post under the contest. Then I can pick the winners. That way I'm not going on all across the board on all the social media trying to find the comments, right? So that's why I do it over there. So love and light to you guys. And now we're on to Earthkeeper. So this is saying that you're moving into this kind of state where you feel a strong love of nature even more. It's like, I feel like you're going to fortify this with really reducing your carbon footprint. It's getting more and more important to you. I feel like when people run water, it bothers you, wastefully. Things like that you're really going to start to notice, because you're getting in touch with this amazing preservation energy where you're feeling good. So let's see what's going on. So Songbird, a lot of you guys, music is going to connect to you and help you. That's part of your soulmate and twin flame connection. The Songbird unites the love through music. So really listen to music and see what speaks to you, what kind of stops you in your track, makes you weepy, makes you sad. It's also something that's going to be able to lift your spirit. So really look to music. I do this with reggae every morning, like Ian, when he puts it on, I instantly feel better. And I start chugging along with my day all happy, and don't worry about a thing. That's my whole motto. I love me some Bob Marley, and I felt great all day because I started my day with this. So resolve. You have amazing resolve because you have some ambitions that you want done, and I feel like you're going to be able to organize this. You're going to have these leadership qualities. You're going to have strong business mind that is going to be really helpful to you. You're going to be able to stop any kind of extremism where you push too hard and then you go, oh, just forget about it. It's too much. You're going to know your boundaries. You're going to have rest when you need it. You're going to, keep your focus without being extreme. And extremism sometimes is trying to push that expiration date. Like you're always trying to move it up. Like, oh, if I don't have this done by that, forget it. You're realizing that things take time. That's what the resolve card's about. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be very innovative, but you're also going to be in center stage. So get ready, because a lot of attention and eyes are going to be on you. Probably social media and other things too. They are, people are going to notice what you're doing, and you're going to have some serious success. Because look at this with the treasure card. This is also unseen gifts that you don't even know you have or you possess within yourself, that you're able to have this amazing fortitude and resolve to have this conflict resolution. People come at you, you're like, listen, it's just, everything that used to seem huge is going to be like minutia now. You're going to be like, listen, that's not that big a deal. I'm sorry if I said this. It's not that big a deal. I'm not trying to hurt you, so on and so forth. You're going to be able to have a strong sense of authority where people really listen to you. And your power of suggestion is also really huge right now with this card, with these cards. It's like you're a treasure trove of words. When they come out, people are going to start to listen to you and want to help you out. Collaborations, partnerships, huge right now. Real big, fulfilled, good collaborations with partners to share the workload. So, whether within the family or business, and it's going to be really helpful. Real huge success of this. I also feel like some of you are going to have new nephews or grandsons. I feel like boys are coming into the family. You're going to have a really huge fire in your stomach to go and do and be and succeed and connect and really just live life, to have experiences that make you feel good and fulfilled. You're realizing, it's not about numbers. It's not about any of this thing, that you can really do this, that you can have what you want in a way you want it if you proceed, with that fire in your belly and that resolve that says you've got this, because you're on the way to the castle, and the castle is where you feel fortified, where you feel safe, where you feel like you can, push forward in your endeavors with, a castle around you, basically feeling good. And this is about having extreme fortitude and strength of mind and purpose. You just feel like, I've got this. It's the four corners, that honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. You feel like everything is coming in for you. And right now, if you're disparaging right now because you feel like, oh my gosh, Christmas is coming, or Kwanzaa, or the holidays are coming, and the expenditures, whatever it is, if you're trying, if you're getting a sense of angst about it, just release that all and know that when we feel like we're divinely protected, guided, and abundance is coming to us, that's how we manifest things. That's how we actualize it. Our mind has infinite power to make us feel better and to make us become successful, happy. Because when we say, is this really true, to something that comes in our mind, 9 times out of 10, it's not. When it's negative, we go, is this really true? Am I broke? No. Am I starving? No. Am I exhausted? No. Our brain will get extreme because our ego is going, they'll turn the tiniest thing, especially if we're tired, especially if we're not feeling good, especially if we're distracted. So ask yourself, is this really true? And when you realize it's not, you see you're in your castle, you see you're safe, you see you're abundant, because you have some serious projects coming your way. And I feel like there's a few thrill seekers that are going to come into your life, and you're going to be like, yeah, let's do this, let's try this. There's going to be something you haven't done before, like skydiving, bungee jumping, something where people are like, let's try this, and you really want to do it, and you're going to do it, and it's really cool. I feel like you're starting something new too, and it's going to give you a peaceful home life. There's going to be an end of the arguments, the end of conflict. You're going to have great management of time and money. That's what this is all about. And again, seek out this music, because it's really going to connect you to your soulmates and twin flames, and kind of your life path purpose too. Something, it's going to galvanize you in the way. I know, like Katy Perry songs, whenever I want to get geared up, they make me feel really happy and lighthearted, and I move in that direction. So again, you guys, super energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie, and thank you guys, all my regulars and my patrons and new patrons that are coming to support. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it, more than I can say. And it's an absolute amazing life that I get to lead, where I get to just be around all this energy of people trying to find who they are in a really beautiful way, and connect with love in a beautiful way, and ease their path, and be more soulful, and slow down, and realize what really matters. I love those memes where people are just chasing money, and then they just run off a cliff, because so many people are doing that, and it takes a while to realize, don't stay in a 9-to-5 crap ass job if you hate it. I'm talking realistically though, that pursue avenues of how you can incorporate what you love to do into your employment. Incorporate beautiful things, if you love cooking, into your day that give you happiness and excitement, all of that, because we really are put here to have beautiful experiences, not work so hard, not work ourselves into an early grave. It's all about connecting with nature, our families, other people, and you guys are really getting that, and it's such a wonderful thing to see. That's why I love your comments when you're like, I can't wait, I'm excited. That's what life is about. We should be excited. We should be excited for good new opportunities and things and people and experiences, because that's why we're here, right? So love and light to you guys. I'm going to go upload.